Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. As we'll see Teddy Bridgewater and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Justin Fields and the Seattle Seahawks.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gutton, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading him out, the rookie from Ohio State at 22 years of age, it's Justin Fields.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular, but in the playoffs, you'll take solid, and that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. It's a room to maneuver, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Travis Etienne, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. They'll be led by Teddy Bridgewater in his 8th season now in the NFL.
And you have to figure that this is a competent quarterback who gets the start here. Coming off of a victory in round 1, team doesn't have to travel. They get another home game here in the divisional round. And I know it sounds cliche, but playing at home, huge for a quarterback, huge for his team. They want to take advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble and 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Throwing again on 2nd down, Bridgewater. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. So, Charles, first drive here, a little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a yard to go here on second down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And it's caught.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Azeez Ojulari. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Throwing, Bridgewater. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
On first down, Fields. He'll get that underneath ETN. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. On play action, Fields. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 26 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
You throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A handoff running left, Mixon. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Bridgewater. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Bridgewater. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half. 119
yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Fields on first down. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And they'll run with ETN. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab. And the Seahawks continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Bridgewater now. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching up another 15 against your squad. Down
he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, Bridgewater. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Rondale Moore from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Jackson now to return. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he has enjoyed some solid groundwork, and some good holes have been created by the guys up front.
Almost get the sense that their game plan is working to perfection, that what they worked on in practice all week, they've just translated and taken it out onto the field in this ball game. And boy, they're liking what they're seeing.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start on the ground, ETN, and he'll be tackled at about the 35. 129 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Play action. It's Fields. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On first down, it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. He will find his man Chase complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
They'll try to run with ETN. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And again, it's Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On the return, Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Being chased out left. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Pulled in at the 24. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gadd.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Once again, they run with Mixon. A solid stiff arm. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. A give, the first man through, Gillespie of the fullback. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Bridgewater. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Play action now. Bridgewater. This is going to be incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo. And
oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky. But that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Fields on 3rd down. That's caught by Jackson. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Another tote for Etienne. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And he He continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's a give to Etienne. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Fields throw taken in here by Jackson. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Travis Etienne, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. McPherson now for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Bridgewater. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jonathan Grenard with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And this is caught. He hits more. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Bridgewater. Again, he finds more. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing is Bridgewater. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They turn to the fullback, Gillespie. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Bridgewater. flush to his right. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Play action. Fields. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Justin Jefferson, 83 yards. And the Seahawks are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater to the right side and complete to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Bridgewater on 1st down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Bridgewater's throw into the hands of Pitts here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. A pass there complete to Westbrook. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Jackson now to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Seahawks, they are moving on as we say so long, everybody. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.